Greetings, welcome to our series of weekly devotionals. This week we're taking a look at one of the lectionary readings from Psalm 50 for this coming Sunday. And I mentioned yesterday that these verses are sort of an introduction to a speech, a teaching that God will give to God's people, and that this speech is going to be about God's judgment rendered upon God's people. And I remember it's almost a year ago now, the beginning of this time of pandemic that we're living in. I was volunteering at a church that was handing out masks, and one of the volunteers found out that I was a pastor and asked, do you think this pandemic, this coronavirus, is God's judgment upon God's people? And, that God is judging certain people for their sins by giving them COVID. And of course I said, no, I don't think that's the case. But I find that many Christians engage in this type of thinking, that God renders judgment upon people that they don't particularly like, or that they view as sinners, or that they don't agree with, people that are not like them. For example, God judges Muslims or other religions. God judges homosexuals or other sexual identities. God judges women who get abortions, whatever the case might be. People that live lives that are different from us, we think God somehow judges or punishes them differently than God judges us. Verse 1 in Psalm 50 reads, "The Mighty One, God the Lord, speaks and summons the earth from the rising of the sun to its setting." Basically, from the past into the present, into the future, throughout all of eternity, God judges everyone, each and every one of us. I don't think that this necessarily is something that scares us or should scare us, but simply to serve as a reminder that, when we think that God judges others, we should remember that God judges us exactly the same as everyone that we might not agree with or that is different from us. We are all judged by God, and the next time we are tempted to judge others, we might remember that we are simply called to love others. Let's leave the judgment where it belongs, with God. Amen.